Hey guys, it's Kathleen. I am back with another Thrift With Me video. This was actually filmed at the same time that I was hitting up yard sales, but I stumbled upon an unadvertised estate sale where I ended up just buying a ton of stuff. So I wanted to show you a little bit of the footage and then make sure you come back to the end for the haul, but I didn't want to lump it in with all of the other yard selling footage because it would be a super long video. Okay, I'll see you after the footage. Small though. 40. Shop. Yeah. Canyon Uniform Company. Oh, Police Academy. This vintage Coast Guard hat. Oh, Lord. What is this? Holiday Express train. Let's see. Hey guys, welcome back to the haul. So I got just a ton of trains and I know nothing about them, nothing, except that I know that like any other collectible item, they are desirable, particularly in the form of vintage items that you can't purchase anymore. So I spent, for everything that I bought at this estate sale, I spent only $80. Only $80, which is pretty high for me. But I got a ton. I just got a ton. And I got a ton of stuff that I know nothing about. Trains. Okay, so the jury is still out on how much of a good investment versus a investment this is going to be. Now, I am definitely going to make my money back. I'm really not worried about that. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to do, how to handle all of these different train cars that I got, and I got a lot of different brands. I chose to take only the cars that were in their original boxes. All of them are like hella vintage. They're all like super duper old. I mean, look at the price tag, $1.50, because this was not a yard sale. This was a hobby store purchase. I did not go into the tracks or the switches. Didn't go into any of the buildings. I don't know anything about any of it, so I figured let me hone in on the trains. Now, the one thing that was a little bit disappointing is that I only got one locomotive or one engine. I don't know. We don't collect trains, so I don't know what they're called. But I did get a lot of like different types of brands and several of the same brand. I don't know which ones are good, which ones are bad. I know I'm looking, you know, when I'm looking them up in the comps, I'm finding some that sell for like the $30 mark and then others that are kind of lemons that don't sell much more than $5. She charged me only $1 per train. So that's a really fair price. So the first brand that I got are these AHM, and all of these are HO scale trains, which I am sure refers to the size of the train. I don't know if there are different scales that you can get. I mean, clearly there are, right? So these are all by AHM stands for something. Automotive, I don't know. I saw it, so Associated Hobby Manufacturers. There you go. Okay, so I'm thinking what I'm probably going to do is probably just lot all of the like brands up together. But I'm going to do a little spot checking to make sure I don't have anything that's like golden. And I don't think I'm going to do it by auction. I tend to steer away from auctions for the most part. I don't think I do very well in the auction format. Okay, so there's that box, this box, and this box. So this is, I thought this was cute. This is like an Amtrak passenger car. Passenger train car. Concours. This one, I couldn't find anything on Bachmann HO scale. And then there, I have a bunch of these. Roundhouse. Let me know in the comments if you collect trains, if you know anything about collecting trains. I don't know, maybe this was a big fat mistake. I just thought that they were so well taken care of. I have opened every single box, mostly every single box, and I have only found one that had any damage. And it was clear that it was just that it was so old, it just kind of fell apart. It wasn't like it was broken and stuffed in there. Oh, I liked this one a lot. This is the Grand Canyon. I'll throw a few comps up there because I did pull a few comps when I was going through these, but not too many. This is Walters, and then this is weird. This is like in a bank box, or looks like what you would get your checks in. And there's a couple of those, and then a bunch of like vintage Tyco. Look how old this is. And some more like this. And then these seem to be doing, this will do the best. This is also an Adhern, but this is an engine. I should have looked for more engines. I didn't know any better. Next time I'll know. Okay, the engines do a lot better than just the cars that they drag behind. And then this one, I feel like I saw comps around the $30 mark for the 3 of these. And again, I only paid $1 per box, per car. So really, I definitely got, I don't know, 40, maybe 40 of them. I think I did pretty good. Jury is still out, and hopefully it won't take 800 years for them to sell. Didn't really think through storage too well because they do take up a fair amount of space, but I figure I can even just put them all in a big Rubbermaid storage tub, which is good because that's what I need, is one more Rubbermaid storage tub laying around my house. Fabulous. Okay, I got a few other things at this estate sale. Okay, I grabbed this just because I thought it was just really cool. It is a salon dryer, and it is completely sealed in the box. I'm not even going to open it for picture purposes, nothing. I'm going to keep it like this, ship it like this. It is hella heavy, so it's not going to be cheap to ship, but I thought this was neat. I don't know, even when I look at the comps, they're kind of up and down, but even some pre-owned versions of this style of dryer were selling between $30 and $40. So I thought this was worth it, and she only charged me $5 for this. Whoops. Oh. I picked this up. I have seen these running from $10 all the way up to $50. This is Blue Hats of Bravery, and it is by Vanmark. This version is called A Safe Return. And clearly the previous owner of the home in which the estate sale was taking place was a cop. He had a ton of like vintage cop hats, even a vintage Air Force hat. But I didn't know enough about them to take it. And it was all like stained and everything because it was really, really old. So I opted to just hone in on the trains and make that my learning experience for this week. Anyway, a little bit disappointed because when I did a quick comp search at the estate sale, it looked like these were selling around the $30 to $40 mark. And then I found one of this exact version that sold for like $9. But then I saw others that sold around $28, $29. So we'll see. The jury's still out. Oh, rats. His little walkie-talkie is busted. The antenna came off. Oh well. Probably not worth listing him. But this redeemed him. I always try to look up these weird things, and this one was stamped. It is stamped Louis Marks and Company Nutty Mads. And I don't know if you can even see that on the camera. I will try to hone it to get in there. Nah, I don't think you can read it, but it's like right over here is Nutty Mads. Here is Louis Marks. And this has a real following, not this particularly, but the Nutty Mads series does. There were a bunch of them that were listed that were all pink that weren't painted. And so I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if you bought this in its pink form and then painted over it, which I suspect you did. But nonetheless, there have been even some that sold for around the $50 mark that were painted. So I thought that was worth giving it a go. I grabbed, because I love new old stock, I found 4 of these correctable carbon ribbons. It's looking like, I think I found a comp for 3 of them that sold for $20. So 4 for $25, not a bad deal. Maybe 4 for $30 and throw this in. This is 6 lift-off correction tabs. These don't sell. Well, I guess they do. These sell around like $8 or $9 on their own. So I don't know. I'll probably just lot the whole kit and caboodle up together. I did pick up this red Giorgio Beverly Hills, but I was really disappointed in the comps. They're very lackluster. This is only, I want to say it's a 1.7 ounce. Yeah, 1.7 fluid ounces, going for like maybe $12, and this one's not even completely filled up to the top. So that was kind of stinky. I did pick up new and in a package Elizabeth Taylor. Not that Elizabeth Taylor perfumes do anything spectacular, but just because they're not made anymore, at least I don't think they are, I figured I would just throw it in there. Probably not going to get much more than $7 or $8 for that. Okay guys, that's everything that I picked up at this estate sale. I will keep you posted on the progress of those trains. That was the bulk of it. I didn't count them, but I will flash up there how many trains I picked up altogether, just so you have an idea, because I paid $80, $1 a train. I didn't pay that much for the rest of the stuff. So I feel like cost of goods wise, I did really well, but I will keep you posted because if those. All right guys, that is it for this thrift with me video. As always, hit the subscribe button down below, throw us a comment, hit the like button, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.